Hey everyone, it's the real Qstorm with special guest host Krookadile1. And I didn't get a chance to review Star Wars The Force Awakens, but we went to see it together, and I have to say that was one of the proudest moments I've ever had with my son, getting to take him to see his first Star Wars film in theaters. He's seen them all, but this was the first one I got to take him, and we saw it on the big screen. So what did you think?
Um, Han Solo should still be alive.
No argument there. Can you expound upon that?
It's like,
No, well, not about Han Solo being dead, but what did you think about the movie?
um, I think,
Can you speak like you're not drugged with Valium?
I think that it was not as bad as the prequels, but not as good as the originals.
I would agree.
After you watch it 2 times and then watch it for a third time, you get to look deeper into it. I think Finn was comic relief because he had no major scenes except for the one at the end where he gets knocked out.
Well, he did get to help Poe escape.
For the whole movie, he literally acted like someone who, as a kid, was probably jumping off the walls.
Are you saying that Finn has ADHD? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that he didn't get any serious moments. Because even though movies have to be funny,
Yeah.
unlike Batman versus Superman,
Okay. You've made that point. Yes.
one character should not be funny for the whole movie. It's like, it just doesn't really work for me.
One of the things I liked about Finn initially was that, just like Mace Windu, he was going to be a black character who I thought was going to play a major role. He did play a major role, but a more substantial, more defined role. And he did seem like he was, to your point, comic relief. Did that bother you as a young black man?
Yeah.
How so?
Because of all the places you could put the black person, he has to be comic relief.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that his attraction to Rey, and you're old enough to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think his attraction to Rey was a little sudden?
Yeah. It goes from Rey yelling at Finn every time he holds her hand, and there was no space in the middle. I don't think it works that way.
No space in the middle? What do you mean?
Between them loving each other and Rey yelling at Finn.
Okay. Trust me, that's pretty common in a relationship. You'll learn.
Okay.
Do you remember the scene where Rey is captured by Kylo Ren, and then Finn is running after her while Kylo puts Rey on the ship?
Yeah.
Do you think Finn would have the same frantic reaction to save her if that character weren't Rey? Maybe the character were named, I don't know, Shaquisha? I mean, personally, me, I find a hard time picturing Finn running after the ship saying, Shaquisha! Shaquisha!
I think there are a lot of places where you could tell there were slight hints of someone helping J.J. Abrams write the movie being racist.
Go further.
Well, it's like Finn being comic relief.
Mm.
It seems like if they didn't have a black character at all, there would be no comic relief. Except for Han Solo's funny lines.
What'd you think of Kylo Ren?
He looked like a geek in a really cool outfit.
I thought he was kind of a brat, that's okay. And I thought he was a badass, right? I liked the way he stopped that laser bolt in midair.
Yeah.
Right? When he took off the helmet, kind of lost it for me.
Yeah. It's like, if
Say-
I
so-
had watched the movie before I bought a Kylo Ren hat for Christmas, I would have rethought it.
Who bought the hat for you?
Technically, Mommy bought it and made me wait until Christmas.
I have to have a conversation with your mother. I remember asking about that cap. Why would you want to wear a cap that has a bad guy on it?
Because he looks cool.
Then he took off his helmet.
Then I decided, not so much.
There are people that are saying that Poe and Finn should hook up with each other.
Those people are gay.
That's not a problem, is it?
No.
Okay, we'll leave that alone. What'd you think of Leia?
I think she looked a lot older than Han Solo. Because in the originals, Leia was obviously younger than him.
She looked older than Harrison Ford in this film.
Yes.
Why do you think that was?
I've heard that it was use of drugs. Yeah.
Drugs, alcohol, all kinds of stuff that I'm not going to tell you about just yet.
Okay.
In Star Wars, the Episode 4, A New Hope, at the end of that movie, the X-Wing fighters, the rebels,
Yes.
they get plans to the Death Star. They fly to the Death Star. Luke shoots photon torpedoes into the exhaust shaft, and the Death Star blows up.
Wait. This is what I think of A New Hope. There's a big, giant, ship. I guess you would call it.
The Death Star?
The Death Star.
Okay, it's more like a satellite or a space station.
That can destroy planets.
Right.
You have to get the plans.
Space station.
Space station. You have to get the plans, save the princess, blow up the ship. There's a bigger one.
Space station.
There's a bigger one. You have to get the plans, save Rey, and blow up the ship. Space station, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter. They're the same thing, except one is bigger than the other.
Return of the Jedi, that's the one. There's a Death Star that's half built.
Yes.
And
Get the plans, save somebody, and blow up the ship.
what do we learn from that?
J.J. Abrams didn't have to do a lot of thinking.
You're a student of science. You like astronomy, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, to a degree.
So tell me if you see the flaw in this thinking. You build a machine
Yeah.
that's built into a planet
Yeah.
that sucks out the sun
Yeah.
and takes the energy from the sun, leaving the sun a dead husk, maybe possibly a collapsed star, or even creating a black hole, who knows.
Yeah.
Once you do that, where do you get the energy to power the Star Killer again?
You evacuate and you build something else.
Oh, so what you're saying is,
Still pretty stupid.
in the future, these guys can just throw up a Star Killer base, a huge planet, and couple weeks.
They have better ways to build, I'm guessing. So, about 50 years.
Who do you think Rey is related to? Because she obviously has some force powers, right?
Yeah, Luke. She's Luke's, either daughter or granddaughter.
So you think Luke had
20-year
kids in
gap
20 years?
between.
Even though the Jedi are forbidden to enter into relationships, that's why Anakin got into trouble.
Yeah.
You know, some people are saying that Snoke might be a revived Palpatine.
Some people at my school are thinking that he might be a revived Darth, what's his name? Plagueis.
You know what?
Yes.
I really don't care either way. What did you think of Maz Kanata? Is that her name? The prune with eyes?
That she was like a Yoda minus the Force.
How did she get Luke's lightsaber?
Maybe Han Solo had it?
Well, how did he get it?
Luke
And why would he give it to her?
Because Chewie is her girlfriend. Boyfriend.
No. She says she liked him. That doesn't mean they were girlfriend and boyfriend. How would that work? He's this tall. She's this tall. How's he gonna kiss her?
Good point.
Don't be silly.
Good point. It's obvious that Han Solo trusted her.
Okay, we can move on from that. I don't even care about that character. So at the end of the movie, some of my friends and I, we were discussing, Luke's just standing there.
Yep, I hated that too.
What's with that?
I don't know. They just wanted to waste helicopter fuel.
All right, so I guess we pretty much covered all the bases with Force Awakens. Would you recommend people go see it?
I give it 4 stars out of 10 if that tells you anything.
4 stars out of 10?
Yeah.
So you didn't like it?
No.
So what you're saying is I wasted $15?
I think it looked cool for the first time I watched it. Then the second...
Wait. So, you saw this thing twice?
3 times.
Oh.
Or,
How many times did I pay?
once.
Oh, thank God. Well, there you have it. The real Qstorm, Krookadile1. That's the martini. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.